Hi, this is Algebra 1A, and we're solving inequalities using addition or subtraction. Okay, so this one is pretty simple, straightforward. You're solving inequalities using addition or subtraction. And it just works just like equations. So if we had something that looks like this, 3 plus x is greater than 5, okay, we could treat this as an equal sign, and you would be still doing the same thing. Okay, so how would we do this? Well, we would need to get rid of the 3, and it's positive, so we need to make it minus to both sides, and that's the inverse of it. Okay, that's the inverse of positive, so let's move this over a little bit. Boom. This backspace. There we go. A little nicer. Okay, so we minus 3 to both sides. What happens is these turn into 0, which is what we wanted, because now we have x is greater than 2. Okay, and now you can actually graph it and see how it works. So I would graph it. I would have 2 right here. There we go. Okay. Now I'd have an open circle on here, and then I would have a color that was different for the line. Why is it? And some of you guys are probably going, "Oh, why is it open circle?" Well, last lesson we just talked about it. We do not include 2 because then that would make a false statement. So in other words, 2 is greater than 2, like no, not possible. Okay, so that's why we don't include 2 as well. Alright, now what if we had some subtraction in here? Well, there's 2 ways this could happen. 2 minus x is greater than 7. Okay, and then there's also x minus 2 is greater than 7. And I'm going to keep the numbers the same just to show you the differences between the 2 operations. Okay, so when we remember, you're focusing on the number. Focusing on the number. Okay? Alright, so we're going to add 2 to both sides here. Add 2. And I get x is greater than 9. Okay, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay, now right here, the 2 is positive, so I'm going to minus the 2 from both sides. Minus the 2. Okay. Alright, now I'm left with negative x is greater than 5. Okay. Now for this one, you're probably sitting there going, okay, this one I can graph pretty easily. How do I graph this one? Well, this one is actually saying in English is the opposite is greater, the opposite of x, opposite of a number is greater than 5. Okay, so if the opposite of a number is greater than 5, then the regular of that number should be less than 5. So that's why we would switch to x is less than 5. Okay, and that will lead into the next lesson because we don't want the opposite, we want the number. So if the opposite of a number is greater than 5, then less than a number is, then the number is actually less than 5. Alright, so if you think about it here. Okay, we have our number line. Okay, 5's right here. Okay, so 5's right there. It's an open circle. Okay, and so if the opposite is greater than 5, so this was the opposite of a number. Okay, then the actual number has to be going the other direction. And so that's why we focus on going the other direction. Okay, so it's really interesting how that one works. Alright, but that's addition and subtraction. You guys just be careful when you get the negative x's or the negative variables or whatever you choose, because those ones are going to be tricky. Alright, I will talk to you guys later and have a great day.